Alright, I wanted to show you guys my gas tank relocation. So yeah, I pretty much just undid the 3 hard lines that run underneath the car next to the brake lines. There's going to be a fuel feed, fuel return, and then fuel ventilation. Those are going to be your 3 lines that will connect up to the gas tank, plus the 2 wires up here. One for the fuel pump, and then the other one is for the fuel level sensor thing. So that's what those 2 wires are, and I'll get to all those in a minute and how I did that. Although I kind of have the gas tank right now kind of in the middle between the rear seats and the trunk, and it's placed here for 2 reasons. I have an idea of how I'm actually going to strap this down like permanently. Also, I wanted the fuel filler neck to be somewhere that's easy to get to, so I kind of came up with this. This is a custom filler neck modded by me. Yeah, so this is kind of like the first variation. As you can see, I kind of messed it up. This is on the wrong side. This small tube is supposed to be over here. I don't know how this went wrong, but it did. But I'm going to fix it eventually. But anyways, this is just in a nice, convenient location. So that I can just open up my hatch and then fill the gas tank up like you normally would. But yeah, I think at some point I'm gonna get more of these from Civics and start modding them just so I can have them. But I pretty much just gonna cut this away, drill a hole, weld it on this side, and then we'll be fine. Alrighty, so here we are inside the car looking at the fuel pumps. I kind of want to talk about this setup. This is the actual fuel pump, and then this is like the fuel level sensor thing inside there. This is the fuel feed, and then fuel return, and then this is the wires for the fuel pump. These 2 wires I did have to extend. Not that hard, you just splice into it, get some more wire, and then kind of just extend your wires pretty much. Pretty simple. Didn't take super long, but it was something that I wanted to take time with just to make things kind of nice and not like super ghetto. Kind of just want to take my time with it and do things right. So yeah, these 2 have to be extended because obviously the stock location for the tank is beneath this little plate, and so this grommet used to go in this hole. So these 2 wires used to go down here, and they were super short. So if you ever are doing this and you need to put your gas tank here in the trunk or whatever, you will have to extend these 2 wires. This other one is for the fuel level sensor. So yeah, and then this third one, I guess it just connects up just like this right back to here. So that one's plug and play. You don't have to extend any wires or anything for that. So yeah, there's fuel feed and return, and then like I said, that third wire is for fuel ventilation. Obviously your gas tank will build up pressure because there's fuel in a tank. There's this whole mechanism over here, which I don't really know how this whole thing works. I just know that this tube that I cut off right here is the main one for the fuel ventilation, so you will need to reroute that. I haven't yet. I've only gotten done to these 2, but I'm just gonna get another hose like this and then put it on here and then just run it to the front. But this is that third one, and these will all be hard lines in the beginning. Actually, I lied. Well, I know all 3 will be hard lines, although whoever had my car before me put this one in. So this has been the fuel line that I've been using this entire time to drive the car. So I decided, instead of just putting new hard lines through here, just to go with some hoses. So yeah, you know, there's that. So yeah, I'm running both the fuel feed and return up my seats and then into the engine bay. I'll talk more about that in a second. Alright, so like I said, I have the fuel feed and return running up between my seats, past the shifter, and then this is actually where I'm keeping my fuel filter. I don't know why I decided to put it here, but I figured I don't really want it in the engine bay. I kind of wanted to clean the engine bay out, make it a lot nicer. So I decided to extend this like the banjo line here that goes to the fuel rail and to the fuel filter. So I extended that line and then hooked it up back to the fuel filter here, and then the main fuel line goes off from that, and then those two hoses will go straight back there into that hole. That hole was originally for the heater core, and I kind of stripped everything underneath the dash, so I was able to use that for the fuel lines. Alrighty, so we're up here at the front of the engine. So like I said, there's the fuel feed line, the fuel return, and then the fuel ventilation. Those three are currently right here. We have the fuel feed that goes directly to the fuel rail with that banjo line that I was talking about. That I did extend, and it goes straight down into the back. The fuel return goes up to the fuel pressure regulator right here, and that line goes off the back and also goes down into there. And then for the fuel ventilation, that's going to be this hose right here. Like I said, I haven't connected it up yet, but it will just go straight down into that hole down there. And that goes straight into the purge canister, which is right here. When you are first doing this, the fuel feed will pretty much be in the same spot as it is now, obviously. Although it won't go through that hole, it'll just go up to the fuel filter and then go down underneath the car. And then for the fuel return line, it'll obviously be still connected back up to the fuel pressure sensor, solenoid thing, whatever. But the line will go off from the back, go underneath the intake, and then go down there with the brake lines. And these two will be, or all three will be hard lines originally. You don't have to keep it like that, but all of the three hard lines will run straight down there, next to the brake lines and stuff, towards the back of the car. So yeah, I think that really wraps it up for what I have to talk about when it comes to the gas tank relocation. I hope that this video will help somebody out in the future with their gas tank relocation on their EK. If you have any more questions about this, you can DM me on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram either on screen or in the description, so you can hit me up and ask me about it if you do need more questions. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. So thank you.